pretty good week with a little bit of information. We're not going to be able to be on here very long tonight. 21's got a couple things going. Everybody, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. We haven't been on here since the 4th of July. Was any crazy things going on around your neighborhood for 4th of July, Miss Leigh?
Oh my gosh. First of all, hey everybody. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, besides the fact that we've been hearing fireworks for 3 weeks, I just hope everybody still has all 10.
Well, yeah, I saw a lot of people that on the news and things, not in the state of Kentucky, but other states that they've lost hands, fingers, and everything. I'm like, you got to be careful with this stuff.
I used to work in the emergency room at a hospital in Louisville, and 4th of July was like one of the days that we dreaded the most because you just know, hey Otis, what's up, Otis?
Yeah, hey,
how you doing?
Otis.
How you doing tonight? But other than that, I mean, and we're still hearing them because all the fireworks places have got everything on sale to sell out now, so everybody's buying it. So all the rednecks around here are still doing it.
Yeah, I heard last night about 9:30, quarter till 10. Somebody fired off about 5 or 6, so they must have been buying the last a little bit what was left. Most all the tents that they had up around here is already shut down and things. So, but
they don't stop at the 10 o'clock, noise
ordinance or
midnight,
whatever.
1 o'clock. I'm still hearing them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we hadn't been on here since Jasper Johnson. He won gold for the FIBA 19 under team. So that was great. But we got a big time, quarterback in, Matt, is it Ponanoski?
Ponanoski.
Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a pretty good 3-year player for Kentucky. So, hopefully we can be able to keep him. And, whatever happens next year happens,
But wait, though, not only is he a quarterback,
but
he plays baseball and signed with the baseball team, too.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, he plays shortstop. He's going to be like, we got a pretty good shortstop, but he'd be like a backup for it. But, yeah, he is on the team, for, Mizzone. And, if something did happen with Stoops, I think Mizzone and his dad, they're pretty good friends. So he could stay around and stay for the next coach at Kentucky for football too. So, we'll just have to, that's a whole year away from right now. So, that's a little bit thing. I mean, we have, only 2 players that we've had on the campus for basketball is Tyron Stokes and Tay Kenny. But, they said that they've been looking at some other players. Caleb Hope is looking about getting on campus pretty soon. I saw a new player, Anthony Felias.
Yes.
He's listed at a 4-star, but
Felices or something like that.
6'5", 180 shooting guard. Jason Hart's on him. Number 1 player in Utah, but he's like number 2 or number 10 shooting guard, and said he was going to make an announcement like mid-season. So Pope's, he's hitting all these players, so I'm not worried. And we heard some bad news with Jason Crow Jr. It looks like we probably are not going to be able to get this player at UK. It looks like maybe it's more of Missouri. I don't know exactly what happened with all that. It might be playing time that he wants to play immediately. It could be a lot of money that Missouri said, I'll give you anything you want just because Missouri needs a real good player.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. I'm thinking that maybe it could have been something like you said, like he wanted more playing time or he wanted to start, or, maybe he just wasn't going to fit with that playing time, because we don't know how many guys we've got right now that are going to stay.
Well, yeah, I mean, see, if Jalen Lowe does not go pro, he's got 1 more year, so that means that Jason Crow, he might have not came in and started, which he might want to be a starter.
Right, and that's why a lot of guys don't come.
Yeah,
Crow's dad joined the coaching staff. Yeah, but despite that, it's still
I don't know that would help.
No, our guys are looking good in practice. Hawthorne's showing great shooting, and Malachi looks great. Yes, Hawthorne. And
did you see?
Talk about him later.
Malachi made like almost a full court
full
shot.
court shot. He made it from the top of the free throw line all the way to win those shoes.
They won those the Kobe number 8s, which is like a vintage shoe. Those shoes they're not cheap. I mean,
those were cool looking shoes.
I mean, they get them for, Kentucky gets them for free because they're part of the Mamba Kobe Bryant thing. But he only gave it to the winning team. So the blue team won. The white team did not get any of those shoes. But
I would say shoes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah.
What's up, Carl?
Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you, Carl. But there were some other things that went on, but it besides those what we hit on earlier, we're going to have our player profile come up, but there was a couple things that Mike and them went over on Monday, and he said we could hit on a couple of them if we want to. He was talking about would Jasper, Aberdeen, and Cam Williams shoot as good as Kobe, Jackson, and Carr?
Better.
I think they're going to be better. Now, Kobe is
the one.
Kobe is going to be the one that he was outstanding shooter. But I think with Jasper, Aberdeen, and Cam Williams, I think those three are better than Kobe, Jackson, and Carr.
I do too. I agree. And it'll all be proven on the court this year. But I really think that because I love Kobe, and Kobe's a heck of a shooter, so was Robinson, and Carr. But my issue is sometimes it took them a little bit to get warmed up and get into the groove. I think these guys this year are faster on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that doesn't take them as long to get warmed up and get in a pace and find their way. But we'll see.
Yeah. Another one they hit on, will Jasper Johnson start over Aberdeen?
See, now we've had this discussion before.
Yeah, we've had it. We've had it, and they had it too. But, or would he be comfortable coming off the bench? I mean, the FIBA under 19, he came off the bench, and he was scoring 9, 10, 14 points a game.
I think we're going to have him for at least 2 years.
I believe he'll be here for 2 years.
I think that I think Aberdeen may start, but I think it goes back to you earn your spot. And if Johnson's getting out there and he's kicking butt and he's doing better, he might start. If Pope thinks he does better coming off the bench, then that's the way it's going to be. It's just going to matter on how they play and how they perform.
Well, I think it's going to be which player is playing the better defense.
Exactly.
You're not going to be on the court if you don't play defense. And, Jasper's going to have to, this summer, he needs to get a little bit weight on him. I mean, he's got every talent in the world. He just needs to put a little bit of weight and make sure that he stays in front of his man on defense. And
gets a little more
I believe
physical.
He's going to be fine. He hit some unbelievable shots out there in Switzerland. I mean, they was step back shots from 25 and 30, and it was nothing but the bottom of the net. I mean, it's like it was effortless. And he got to the basket easy. He made great plays. Great steals, great passes. He was just an all-around good player for the USA team.
He really was. I watched all those games. It was so much fun watching him play. Mm-hmm. It really was. Like he's gonna bring such excitement to the team this year. Like watching him, Rupp's gonna go crazy with this team. This whole team. Rupp's gonna be Rupp. Get ready to put down your knitting needles, all you little gray hairs and blue hairs.
Yeah.
Get ready to stand up and yell because that's the kind of year it's going to be.
Well, I see tomorrow Vegas starts their summer league, and Kobe Barea, Amari Williams, Jackson Robinson, Andre Carr, and Lamont Butler all is going to be playing the same day.
Yeah,
whether against each other, but yeah.
Right. But that's going to be hard to figure out who do you watch when they're all playing the same day, unless you can watch, back to back.
Yeah, they stagger like the games. I think they start like at 2:30 tomorrow and go all the way up until like 8:30 at night. So, you have to look on the broadcasting to see what games is being played.
Basketball is basketball. And if I can watch any Kentucky Wildcats basketball, I will be. Cam Williams learning from OA in practice. Yes, he is. And he even made a comment about that. Like he was talking about, he's learning so much about the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's learning a lot about, the pressure, how to handle the pressure. He's just learning a lot about Kentucky and about the game and about Mark Pope's coaching.
They said that even Aberdeen's made the same statement that, he's learning a lot from Ortega. And they were saying that, it sounds like the way he is progressing in practice and everything, that he could be the next, like maybe not what Ortega Owe is right now, but to be in the situation that Ortega was last year, coming in Aberdeen as his first year at Kentucky and taking over that role. And then Ortega just being way better and still have Aberdeen, right there with him on the court, or, just, there for support.
Right. And a lot of the guys have said that, as far as Garrison and Owe both. Mm-hmm. Like, they're really looking up to them, and those guys are really stepping up to be the leaders that this team needs. Jelly should be here in like 2 weeks, I heard.
I think they said now it's like 2 weeks. I don't know what, there's a lot of other players from that same team that they have not made it over here either. They might have had some kind of classes or some, I don't know what, if they had any kind of classes they're taking through the summer or anything.
Yeah, they had to finish school before they could.
That way they can get into college. So,
okay, everybody, y'all know I'm a Pepsi drinker. Y'all know that I've been drinking Pepsi for 50-something years. That has been my drink. However, I haven't had a Pepsi in over a week. And tonight, for the first time, I know 21's going to love this. I'm going to try it. Straw Melon Ale 8. Cheers, 21. All right, here we go, y'all. Pepsi who? Oh my gosh. This is so good. Oh, 21. You were not wrong.
Yeah.
Stupid good. Oh, Pepsi who? No, I'm done with Pepsi. Sorry, y'all. I am not a ginger ale drinker. To me, this doesn't taste like any kind of ginger ale. It doesn't have that ginger ale aftertaste. Oh my gosh. This is so fruity and refreshing. Like, I can see this with vodka, rum, tequila.
Oh, wow.
Like, for real. One of them, pick one, or all three. I mean, I don't care. This is so good. L8, if you're watching, we could use a sponsor because we do this for free. And this is the best stuff I have ever tasted. And I am almost 60 years old. What's up, Mercury?
He said the original's better.
I'm not big on ginger ale, but this has become my brand new favorite drink after almost 60 years. Cheers, 21.
He's got a Modelo. He said he ain't putting.
He didn't have.
Wow. LA to Modelo. Wow.
But no, this is amazing. This is totally amazing. And L8, if you're watching. All right. So I have a couple little tidbits of information before we get into our player spotlight.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Randall Cobb and Tayshaun Prince have both been put into the 2025 Kentucky Wildcats Hall of Fame. They're being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So kudos to them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb was awesome. And we all know Tayshaun Prince, whose arms were longer than he was tall, was amazing too. And one other thing, just a little question I just want to throw out there. Crystal, I am drinking L8 Straw Melon. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Amazing. Okay. So, Jimmy, see if you can answer this or if anybody else can. How many Mr. Kentucky basketball winners have played at Kentucky? Mr. Kentucky basketball.
One.
Dude, we've already had 2. Now think about it.
You're
Reed
talking
Shepherd.
about Reed Shepherd.
But that is okay. Malachi Moreno,
Rex Chapman.
Rex Chapman.
I mean, you can go back. You can go all the way back into the 80s. You know that might be.
The answer is 22. Mr.
Yeah, I was going to say it's over 20.
basketballs.
Yeah.
You're sitting there like one, and I'm like, well, Reed Shepherd.
Yeah.
Right. But that includes him. So 21 before him. Yeah, I mean, that's a cool.
Well, yeah, you go back. I mean, you got Darius Miller, you got Derek Willis. I mean, Rex Chapman. Did Winston Bennett? Was he one of?
He was from Louisville.
There's so many of them. I knew it was over 20. I didn't know how many exactly.
22, if we count Malachi.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you got? What else you got, Jimmy? Before we get into.
Well, just they're going through summer practices. Everything's going good with that. I thought I heard that JQ was actually playing, but he is still on the sidelines. He's there in practice with the team. He was on the blue team listed for what they did just yesterday, but he actually was not playing. So, he's still rehabbing and everything, but it looks like he's going to be ready for, September, October, ready for, physical practice. So I'm not worrying about, yeah.
And there was an interview with him. Go ahead, 21.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
That it was, I think it was, I want to say it was Cool Modi, that said that Jasper Johnson. No, it wasn't. It was JQ. JQ said that Jasper Johnson is the best player he has ever seen by far. So, on this team. So I'm super stoked about that. And watching him play for the Gold was so
that
great.
Was unbelievable. I mean, I know Ortega, everybody's talking about him being our best player. I think it's going to be a committee. I mean, JQ, when he's healthy, he's Jasper. I mean, even Mo D, Aberdeen, we're going to have players on this team. It's not going to be Ortega every night scoring 15, 18, points and having the ball in his hand all the time. It's going to be a committee that we could have JQ score 22 a game, one game, and then all of a sudden, Ortega's got 7, 8, 10, 12 points, and then Jasper's going to have 12, 13, 14. Mo D, Aberdeen, Jalen Lowe. I mean, I've heard people talking, saying they might think that Jalen Lowe could lead Kentucky in scoring in a lot of these games, because he's going to score 10 and hopefully he gets 10 assists and hopefully he gets 10 rebounds and gets double or triple doubles for us.
Okay, so I got a question. Over and under 25 games, how many games do you think Oweh will have over, double doubles or 10-point games or 20-point games? Didn't he? How many 20-point games did he have last year? Yeah. So how many do you think he'll have this year?
Over 10 points. He scored double figures in every game but one, I believe. And that was a game that I believe Mo Diabate was guarding him.
It was.
And kept him under 10 points.
It was. And now that's why he said he's glad that they're playing on the same team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see this Malachi Moreno. Of his great shot. Look at that. He wanted those shoes.
Yeah, he wanted those shoes. I'll tell you that.
Y'all. Those Kobe 8s, he wanted those. Check this out. He just let that go. Everybody was on the team was like, man, we got those shoes.
Colin Chandler was like, oh my goodness, we lost those shoes on a full court
on
shot
his
almost.
Miss. Yeah, Chandler lost the shoes.
Yeah.
And they were tied.
Yeah. I'm sure the white team may end up getting a pair of those Kobe 8s.
I'm sure they will. They'll have to earn them, though.
They'll have to earn them. Yeah, in practice, they'll have to earn them.
That shot was crazy. And Big, how you doing, Big? And how you doing, Crystal, Mercury? Big says, some of these practices look intense. Seems like these cats have the fire.
Yeah.
Fact. The practices, when you watch the daily practices that they post, oh my gosh. Like, I want to drop in the floor because it just makes me tired and everything. It totally wants to make me just drop to the floor.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Yeah.
But
they was talking about how all the players are talking about how good defensively this team's going to be. They're talking about every player on this team can switch 1 through 5 on defense. They was talking about Garrison can switch and play a point guard for, a half a possession or something like that. But we are that agile on defense that we can switch 1 through 5, every player on the court.
Oh, yeah. Our defense is going to be phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
And that's where we were lacking last year. So, we're coming for number 9.
Yeah, last year, like we talked about and discussed it, when we shot good from percentage from the field, we won 90-something% of the games. But if we didn't shoot good, our defense let us down.
Yep. But it's not going to be like that this year. I'm excited.
No.
Okay, Otis said over 12, my prediction. JC says the recruitment of Jason Crow is getting weird.
Well, JC, we're not going to get Jason Crow Jr. And something happens between now and next Friday, which I do not believe. I think it's Missouri all the way, and I believe USC is they're jumped in above Kentucky right now. So, yeah, I believe Jason Crow Jr. is in the past for Kentucky, and Mark Pope, Jason Hart. So,
there's a lot of good things going on next weekend as far as Kentucky and basketball. So Friday night starts the TBT
tournament. Yeah. That game is at 9:30. So
yes. And then Saturday is our basketball tournament at the Lexington Ice Center. Charity event starts at 2:00. Mm-hmm. I hope everybody comes. It's $10 to get in.
Yes.
And all the proceeds are going for the tornado victims in London. And then on Sunday, the TBT starts plays back up.
That game's at 2 or 2:30.
2:30, I think.
Yeah,
maybe 2. I'm not sure. But so everybody, if you want a whole weekend of fun and enjoyment, you got TBT at Lexington at Rupp. You got our charity event at the Ice Center, and then you've got TBT at Rupp again. So if you're looking for something to do and spend the weekend in Lexington, if you don't live there, hey, it's a great weekend getaway.
Yeah. And then
in LA, if you're listening, we could use another sponsor for that.
Well, we could use any sponsor. We don't have a sponsor, so that's
I'm talking about for the tournament. They can sponsor
for the tournament.
Yes.
The TBT will be back playing on Tuesday also. So as long as they keep winning, they got to win every game.
For sure. Who was it? Was it Braden Hawthorne said he thinks Trent Noah is like one of the best shooters on the team? Was it?
Jalen Lowe said that.
Jalen Lowe said that.
Yeah.
Said he thinks he's one of the best shooters on the team. So,
yeah.
Noah's been doing his work.
Yeah, he's put on some weight. Looks like he's put on some muscle. But, Carl, Trent Noah is going to be a big part of this team. I mean, he's going to play probably about the same amount of minutes he played last year, maybe a little bit more.
I think he's going to get more.
Yeah, I think he's going to get some more. Depends on what game we're playing in. His physicality that he's adding on right now in the summer is going to help him tremendously.
Right. I do too. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, JC, really Crow's dad is or was friends with Jason Hart. They still are, but I believe it's the player's decision that I think he wants to be a starter and wants the playing time. and I believe that Missouri's offered him a big bag.
Well, I look at it this way: any guy that we don't get isn't a miss.
No, I don't think
There's
it's
a
a miss.
reason.
No,
there's a reason. Like there's either he wanted to start and Pope can't guarantee him that. So I don't think they're a miss for Pope when we don't get somebody.
No,
I think it's just enough maturity and enough of the analytics and looking at the person and what they can do and what they can do on the floor. I think that's kind of a mutual thing. I don't think he ever really misses out on anybody.
No,
I think they're.
No, you're not.
Yeah, nobody's ever guaranteed to start at Kentucky because it's Kentucky.
That's what scares me with Tay Kenny. You know, he might be a Louisville lean right now, and if we do not get him, it might be because like he's wanting to maybe play the same thing as Jalen Lowe. He might not be here next year, but I think he will be here next year because he's got 2 years to play, and if Tay Kenny or Jason Crow thinks they're going to come in and take Jalen Lowe's spot, that'd be a hard situation for them to come in and try to do. They just want to be. I think they want to be it promised to them when they come in, and Mark Pope ain't going to promise you.
Well, the one dude that went to Indiana, Wilkerson or whatever his name. I mean, he wanted to be the man. He said that.
Yeah, he just
and we don't have him because he would have been an ego problem on the team.
Oh yeah,
if one guy wants to be the man and he gets butthurt over something like he doesn't start or whatever, then you have the team. It starts to break down. Like it doesn't have that camaraderie and that mesh really well. Yeah. Carl says every player's not built for Kentucky. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can. Well, I mean, they. Braden Hawthorne was talking about, in his interview on BBN last night, he was just talking about how grateful he is to be here at Kentucky. And he even made a statement and said, there's no way that I'm leaving Kentucky unless I get drafted. Like a high draft pick, right off the bat.
Okay. And with you saying that, that'll just, since I'm watching let's just roll on into Braden Hawthorne as our spotlight player.
Yeah, he's a spotlight player. We was going to talk about him last week, but we got a little sidetracked. We got a guest that came on, and
and we had a great show. It was fun.
But we had a great show, so that was no problem. We do this all summer long, so we if we keep Braden Hawthorne for a week, that's just the same information we get to use for the next week.
So one question, do what I got to do. I will have an opportunity to play. If not, I'm going to put my head down, continue to work, and get ready for the next year and do what I can to. That is a guy that's playing for the name on the front of the jersey. And that's the kind of player Pope wants. Don't get mad and leave if you don't get to start, earn your spot. And he's willing to do what he's got to do and come back next year.
Yeah.
Like, I love that about him.
Did you see the pictures when he was a little kid and he was sitting beside the Joe B. Hall statue with his dad for
he did another one.
And then he did one here at Kentucky when he just got here on campus of him taking the same picture being grown up. And that's love. I mean, he loves this university, loves, the jersey, being able to put it on. I mean, this kid's going to be great in practice, but I believe he's going to get some playing minutes this year. I mean, that he is, he's a great player. He cuts to the basket hard, off the screens, ISO, coverages. He's a great passer. He's long, lengthy. He blocks. He times his jump real well, straight up, or he can block you from behind. You don't even know that he's coming. And
he loves to go inside. So that's, an inside presence is something we haven't had a lot of. Like we've had some think he's like not afraid. Like we've got a lot of guys on the team this year that are not afraid to go in the paint. And that's the only way you're going to take out another team. You've got to go in the paint. You've got to get them to foul you.
Yeah, we need to get people in foul trouble.
And ones are just as good as a three.
Well, this year now we're going to have the continuation on and ones and stuff like that. So that might help out with Kentucky because we're going to get a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks, and we're going to be getting fouled with those shots. So hopefully them and ones and them continuations help Kentucky out.
Right. Gregory, you are so right. How you doing tonight? And Bray is a great young man, especially. He really is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to bring something to this team that the team's been lacking. I think every guy on the team this year is. I think everybody's bringing a piece that's been missing for the past few years, like to make it stick together better. Like everybody's got their own type of glue.
Well,
a little bit of glue.
Pope has got everything that he needed to plug into the pieces to make this team a complete team. And we're 2 deep at every position, and some positions we're 3 deep. So, this is the team. It's the deepest team in college basketball, as far as I'm concerned. Looking on paper, I don't see another team that is as deep as Kentucky.
I don't either. Did you see Dick Vitale made a comment about Kentucky being number 2 and they would be and we would be number 1. He said we're on our bid for number 9, and he said we would be number 1. There were a couple players he said we're going to step up. One of them was Noah, I believe. And then there was another one that he said, if it might have been Jasper Johnson, it might have been Jalen Lowe, but he said they're going to be a big part of this year's team.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Braden Hawthorne reminds you. Yeah.
That's a good comparison. I hope he turns out to be Kevin Durant. If he's Kevin Durant, that's going to be unbelievable for us for the next year or so.
Lady Bass Pair, how's it going? I think you're right about that. Greg says, I like your show. In Kentucky, I'm known as Cam's dad.
Cam Williams' dad?
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
Well, Gregory, it's great to have you on here.
Well, Gregory.
Yes.
We love your son.
Yeah, we do. Well, he's the player
We'd
spotlight.
Love to have you here.
Oh, no. Well, no, not the player. We've done a player spotlight.
We did him on a player spotlight. Yes, we did. Oh, my gosh. We're so happy to have you here.
Cam's going to be an awesome shooter for this year's team.
I can't wait. His jumpers look effortless.
Well, when he played at Tulane, he was a great defender. He was a great all around. And when he shot, it looked like he could shoot it from 30, and it's just ease.
It just goes in. It's like there's a magnet. Like if you watch his hands, because I'm real big on that. I like to watch players' hands when they release the ball.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look like he's even putting any effort into it. It's like the ball just floats from his hand. But I like his physicality.
Yeah.
I think we needed that. I think he's going to be a big part of our physical team this year. Like he's really good at baseline. He's good on the baseline.
Yeah.
Like I really think that he's going to be amazing. I can't
people
wait.
has passed on him. Looking at the roster, people has passed him up and been like, "Oh my God, I keep forgetting that Cam Williams is on this team."
I tell you what, a lot of teams made a big mistake by losing out on him, but we wanted him. He wants to be here.
Yeah,
and I am so glad.
Yeah,
so glad, Lady Bass Player. We are too.
Yeah,
because when we were talking, when the recruits were coming and we were having the show and talking, we literally, he was one of our favorites. Like we kept saying, I hope Cam Williams comes here. I hope Cam Williams comes here. And we are so freaking glad that he did.
Yeah. Lady Bass.
Cheers to that.
Or Lady Bass, you said what happened. We discussed this earlier, but it's in the past. Missouri's in the lead. It looks like Kentucky is out of the picture. There were certain other things that's happened, with the recruitment. And I don't think it's anything Kentucky did wrong. I don't think it's anything Pope or the coaching staff or Jason Crow or Jason Hart did wrong. But, it's just what it is and what it is, with recruitment. 1 week you're looking like you're going to be the number 1 team for this player. And then the next week, you might not even be in the picture. So
that crystal ball can change.
Yeah. Me and Miss Leigh, we have covered this for a long time. And, things change.
And I'll say too, another reminder.
There we're
from
another
courtesy
reminder
of
right
21,
there.
our 3 versus 3 charity event, Lexington Ice Center, Saturday, July 19th, starts at 2 o'clock, $10 to get in. Or 2 o'clock, $10 to get in. All the proceeds go to London tornado victims. So be there, be square.
Yep.
We've talked about Pope's recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about how he knows who he wants. Pretty much. He's the most analytical coach we've ever had. He knows who he wants. And Cam was high on his list. So was Jalen Lowe. But I think he picks the guys he wants because he knows, okay, I got this guy that does this and has this kind of, this guy does this. He literally pieces together the best team. Like, I would rather have Mark Pope, like last year, he put together a whole team. I would rather have Mark Pope put together a team like he does than to have him walk in and have an entire team already sitting there that he has to take bad habits out of, that have learned bad habits from someone else. Get a coach that has a team and they learn, I'm not going to say bad habits, but habits that a new coach doesn't play, a style of play that he doesn't do. With Mark Pope, he can take each of these guys and mold them. And, he's analytical, so he explains why. He has reasons for what he does. And I'm just so grateful to have him as a coach, because nobody loves Kentucky as a coach more than he does.
I believe last year about this time, me and Mike, we was doing shows, and it was really just me and him. But we talked about that same situation about the players that Mark Pope recruits and he brings in. It's not a player that he has to pull to the side, and for 2 straight months during the summer, he has to teach him to get ready to be able to be a Mark Pope player. This player already knows how to be a Mark Pope player, and he don't have to waste a lot of time on getting him ready. And he's ready from the beginning of summer all the way through, the fall practices.
Exactly. And I feel the same way. I feel like every player he gets knows. Like they just know. Oh, yeah. My dog has to get in it. He has to get in the picture every time. At some point, he has to lay down in the camera. But
now, was that Cam Williams' dad that was actually doing the dance on the floor when we had the camp? Yeah,
that was Greg. He can dance.
That was Greg. Yeah, he's got some moves. I'm telling you that. Yeah, I saw that video yesterday, I believe.
Hey, Greg. So we would like to meet you. If you're not busy on the 19th of July around 2 o'clock, we would love to have you at our tournament at the Lexington Ice Center. So, it would be great to meet you in person. It would be great to meet all of you. But if you don't have anything going on that day, maybe stop out and say hey. Lady bass player, so ready for Big Blue Madness. No kidding.
You ain't kidding. I watched, I'm tearing YouTube up on trying to figure out things to watch and everything like that. I mean, there's plenty on there, but, I'm so ready for Big Blue Madness, the blue and white game. I'm ready for, I know BC don't want to say it, but it's exhibition games. But, these are going to be fun games.
Purdue shouldn't be an exhibition game, according to BC.
But that's what it is. It is what it is, and we can't change it. So we need to stop talking about it and just say we're playing Purdue at Rupp Arena, and then we're going to play Georgetown Hoyas right after that. So, it's 2 exhibition games that we wish was regular season games. But if they do add another game next year to be 32 games in this regular season, then we might be able to play Purdue in a home and away, series.
Lady bass player, this stuff is amazing. The straw melon. Oh my gosh. Like I said earlier, I was a Pepsi drinker for 54, 55 years. Not anymore. I've been drinking water all week. Not anymore. Oh yes, Greg. At some point, if you would like to call into our show, that would be
Mhm.
wonderful too. We would love to have you on and get you to be able to say hi to everybody. So maybe we can work on that too.
Yep,
But yes, everybody, go out and get you some. Yum yum, get you some. That's the best stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to drink another one as soon as I do the show. Look, I'm gonna have the 4-pack gone tonight. 21.
Yeah, it won't probably take you very long. Well, peach jam and everything's getting ready to come up for the summer, and there's going to be a lot going on with those will be on TV. You can watch some of the future possible recruits that Kentucky's going to be having. There's a lot of other tournaments. Then everybody knows that John Wall, and there's a few other players that we're going to be having here in the summer. Plus, the TBT team is going to practice against our team sometime, probably in the next. It might be this coming week. I don't know, maybe Thursday.
Is it
or
Monday
Friday?
and Tuesday? I thought it was like the beginning of next week, but I
believe it'd be like probably Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday of next week for them to get ready for the Friday game.
Right. That'll be exciting for the new guys too, to get to play against our veterans.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn a few things.
Last year our regular Kentucky team beat the TB team.
I know.
So I'm hoping the same results happen this year.
And then they're gonna say it's because they're old, but they're still in good shape though.
Well, yeah, they're still in good shape.
All right, so it's getting down there on time. Mr. Greg, my name is Leigh Bryant on Facebook. If you would like to reach out, I would love to ask you a couple questions. And we are so glad that all of you tuned in tonight. We're sorry we got to cut it short, but there's not a lot going on, but we would not miss being on here to talk to you guys every Wednesday. Like, we wouldn't miss this for the world, even if whether it's 10 minutes or 2 hours. We just love you guys, and we do this because we just absolutely love bringing you news and just love.
Yeah.
It's like a whole bunch of friends sitting around talking about Kentucky Wildcats, and we love it.
Yeah. Lady Base, I believe right now that Louisville does lead for Tay Kenny, and it's theirs to lose, but I think Kentucky's right there. It's Kentucky or Louisville, but I think Louisville's got the advantage. I think right now maybe Kentucky has the advantage with Stokes, though.
Yeah, I do too. Carl, have a great vacation. You're going on a cruise.
Oh, wow. Watch out for that cruise ship. Oh, wow. With Carl being on a cruise.
That cruise will never be the same.
No,
APO, how you doing? Didn't get to see you earlier. We were liking last year. OA Modi, Jaden Win Healthy, and Cam and Aberdeen. Shooey. Yeah,
this is going to be a great team. Yeah,
that is the word. That is the word to use.
Well, Lady Base, I'm hoping he does too, but we're just seeing what's happening right now. There's no crystal balls that's out, but everybody's seeing it's more of a Louisville lean right now.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, well, get off here. We want to make a shout out to Big Mike. I don't know if he's watching right now. It's his time. It's early in the morning.
1 o'clock, 1:30?
1:30 in the morning for him. So
2 o'clock.
Almost 2 o'clock. Yeah. So shout out to Big Mike. I hope everything's
21.
going well. And 21 right in the background. We can see him. He's shoving us off. He's waving us off.
He's going, oh, guys, come on.
Yeah.
We love you.
He's over there drinking him
guys.
He's drinking him a spirit. Yeah, he's got a good spirit.
Look, guys, this tournament, you guys, this tournament, this man has gone above and beyond to put this together. So when you come out there and you see it and it's wonderful, it's him. It's 21.
Yeah. Well, Peanut, we're sorry you're late, but you know we got 21's got something to do, so that means that we gotta cut the show a little bit short. Gregory, I mean, it was great to see you on here. He said always will call, enjoying the BBN. You know, hey, the BBN is enjoying you and enjoying having your son on this team this year. So
for sure,
you know, anytime that you're around, hopefully you would show up and be up there with us on the 19th. But you know, we're always on here, and you're welcome to be on here any night on Wednesday night or on Monday nights at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and we love you guys.
Yeah,
that's all we can say.
Well, we're going to get off here. 21, thanks for having us on. And at 9 p.m. tonight, watch the charity events bracket review live on Twitch. Yeah.
Put that back up there, 21.
Yeah.
Real quick, just for a second. So it's on, you go to Twitch, guys, and it's at Kentucky
Live Show.
If you want to see the events and the brackets on the teams that are playing in our charity event on Saturday the 19th.
Mm-hmm. So there's actually 8 teams now.
Yeah, we do have 8 teams now.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, all right, everybody. Click like if you haven't. Share. Send it to your family
subscribe.
And your friends, subscribe.
You know, but
we're
gonna get off here, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We'll be on back here on Monday nights at 6 o'clock. So BBN fans, just love that you could come out and to support the loyal BBN fans. So we're out, and I'm going to hit some jumpers.
Bye, guys.
All right.
See you
See y'all later.